let's learn about second type of indicator, which is synthetic indicator. What is synthetic? Indicator which is artificially prepared. Now let us understand how this indicator works. For that, take two beakers containing unknown solutions. We don't know which contain acid and which contain a base. For that, let's see what are we going to do. We are going to introduce 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicators. Phenolphthalein indicator is a synthetic indicator. This phenolphthalein indicator is a colorless, and after adding, we observe for any color change. So we add 2 to 3 drops of indicator, we stir it, and we observe for color change. Similarly, we do it in beaker B. In beaker B, add 2 to 3 drops of indicator, stir it, and see the color change. In beaker A, there is no color, but in beaker B, it turned from colorless to pink. Now, in beaker A, let's understand what is present. In beaker A, where there is no color, we say the solution is acid. And in second beaker, the solution is a base. So now we know how phenolphthalein indicator works. Phenolphthalein indicator remains colorless in acid and turns pink in a base. Now, this phenolphthalein indicator is a synthetic indicator. Like that, we have other indicators as well. For example, some chemical substances such as phenolphthalein, methyl orange, eosin are also indicators which are artificially prepared. So, they are called as synthetic indicators. Now, phenolphthalein show colorless in acid and pink in base. Let's take one more indicator which is a synthetic indicator, and that is methyl orange. Methyl orange turns red in acid and yellow in base. Let's go ahead with another indicator. For that, we take 2 beakers, one containing acid, another containing base. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to introduce a slice of onion. Now, you all know that onion has a very characteristic smell, which we say it is a pungent smell. So, onion has a pungent smell. We introduce this slice of onion into beaker containing acid and a base. Let's see. In second beaker, onion smell goes off. But in beaker A, onion smell remains as it is. So, in one beaker, onion smell remains as it is, and in second beaker, onion smell goes off. This indicator, that means in beaker A contains acid and beaker B contains base. Now, this indicator is worked on smell. That means in acid, smell of onion remains same, but in base, smell goes off. Since this indicator works on smell, and we have in our body one nerve which detects smell, and that nerve is called olfactory nerve, and therefore this indicator is called as olfactory indicator. So, example of such indicator 1, we have just learned, that is onion. Now, this onion, in acid, the odor remains the same, but in bases, the odor of such indicator goes off. Like onion, we have other olfactory indicators as well. Certain substances whose odor change in acid or basic medium are known as olfactory indicators. For example, onion, eucalyptus, that is nilgiri, then we have UD-colin. Now, all these substances have a very, very strong odor. So, if they retained their odor, that means the substance is acid. But if odor goes off, it indicates that the substance is a base. The next and the last, we have vanilla essence. Now, all these substances which work on smell, and therefore they are called as olfactory indicators. Let's go ahead. In acid. All these substances, the order of all these substances remains as it is, but in base, order of the substances goes off. Again, since they are worked on odor or smell, they are called as olfactory indicators. Similar to this, we have another indicator which is called as universal indicator. The name itself suggests it is a big indicator. What is universal indicator? Mixture of several indicators known as universal indicator. This is how the bottle of universal indicator looks like. Now, universal indicator, you will see a chart and something written increasing hydrogen ion concentration, decreasing, and in between you will see neutral. We will learn about this indicator in detail in another module of this chapter. So, we'll go ahead with this chapter and you have learned how different indicator works.